In this lesson, you will learn how to invoice your clients and get paid as a photographer. In Sprout Studio, you create what is called an order, and an order can have as many different invoices as you'd like to have. So if you're a wedding photographer, for example, you can have a deposit and then a second payment and a third payment. Or if you're a portrait photographer and you just want to have one payment that's due as soon as you create the order, then you can do that as well. It's completely up to you. Before we hop in and start making this first order, there are a couple of prerequisites that you need to have done before you can do this to success. So if you haven't done that yet, hop in and take a moment and do that now. And as soon as you're good to go, let's hop in and make your first order. On the left-hand side, I'm going to click the Orders in Quotes button and click Add New and then Add Order. The first thing you'll need to do is to select a price list. So we'll choose my wedding price list right here. And from there, you're basically going to start adding the contents of the order into the order now, just individual line items. So I'm going to add a package, and then I'm going to add an individual product. Below here, you can add any pre-existing payments that you've already received. So if someone gave you a check in person or gave you cash in person, or if you've received it from a previous system, you can add that here. Now you can choose from the invoices being a single payment, meaning that there's only one invoice generated, or a payment schedule, meaning that there's going to be multiple invoices generated. I'm going to go ahead and just choose a payment schedule that I already have created. Up here, we'll choose tax, and I'll just choose the tax that I've already set up as well as the currency. And I'm going to specify how I'd like my client to pay for this. I'm going to uncheck the check option because I'd like to make sure that they're paying with a credit card for this order. And lastly, we'll just select the billing contact, and I'm going to search for a contact that I already have in here. From here, I will click the Create button, and that will basically generate the order and create all the invoices appropriately based on how we just set up the payment schedule. So you can now see there's 3 invoices and there's their due dates. Of course, you can click on any of these and change the due date if you need to defer it, if you need to change it. And if you want to view the invoice way that the client will see it, you click the little menu button on the right-hand side and then click View Invoice. That opens up the invoice here. This is what your client will see. And you can see here, this is paying invoice 1 of 3 for $1,500. And when they click Pay Now, they can pay via the method that you had already specified. If you need to manually add a payment for money that they've given you either over the phone, or if they've dropped off a check, or if they've dropped off cash, whatever makes sense, you can click the menu button beside the invoice and click Manage Payments. This is where you'll be able to see all the payments for this invoice, and you can manually record an invoice payment by clicking Pay and then specifying how much. And that's how you invoice your clients using Sprout Studio. Very simple, very easy, very quick. Another way to add an order into Sprout is to do it directly from the contact. So if you already know who the contact is going to be, the billing contact and the shipping contact, instead of manually filling those things out, you can just go into that contact and fill it out right there. On the left-hand side, click the Contacts button and then click the contact that you'd like to open up. Click the plus button there and then click Add Order. That will create the order and pre-select that contact as the billing contact. And now you can do everything else just the same. Another way to add an order into Sprout is to do it directly from a lead or a shoot. So if you already know the client and the lead and the shoot that you want to add the order for, let's say that a client calls you and wants to order something, or that they want to just add something onto their package, you can do it directly from that lead or shoot, and it will automatically attach it to the lead and shoot and select the primary contact as the billing and shipping contact for that order. On the left-hand side, click Shoots, and then click into the shoot that you'd like to add the order for. Now that you're in this specific shoot, you're going to click the Orders in Quotes button within that shoot, and then click Add New. Now you can see that it's already attached this order to that shoot, and it's already selected the primary contact as the billing contact, and everything else in the order will work the same as it did otherwise.